All right, everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil. I had this set up, I had this whole introduction for you guys, and then my daughter had to open up the door and tell me to take a lunch break. So we're going to get into this Reva fight here against my opponent, and I'll show you guys more of their stuff, right? So this fight here, Grand Inquisitor already took his bonus turn because you start with six stacks of Purge. So what you want to do that's different here, and again, here's his Datacron. This is a really good Datacron and crazy mods on these characters. So what you're going to do is you're going to give damage immunity to General Kenobi there. And now, like, look, they're going to just go all in on Kenobi because they don't have a way to ignore taunt. So, and this is why you give damage immunity to Jedi or General Kenobi as well. Commander Tano has ability block right now, so she hasn't moved yet. So if I gave her damage immunity, GK would probably be dead by now, and I can't even use her Force Leap on Reva. Also, remember, Reva is going to revive when she dies. So what you want to do is just kind of use your abilities here as we're going through. And look, they're just targeting GK. They can't do anything. He's not losing any kind of health, protection, all this stuff, right? He's just perfectly fine. So the first character that I always target then, so I'm going to use the Retribution ability, just kind of cleanse some stuff. So then what we want to do is you're going to target Grand Inquisitor first. We want to get rid of Grand Inquisitor. The reason I try to get rid of him is his mass ability block and health equalization, I think, is the most, crazy part of this team. So what we'll do, we're going to target Reva. Okay, so we're going to go for Grand Inquisitor now. So look, we've got our high ground. We're going to hit the high ground. And then what we're going to do is target Grand Inquisitor again. We're going to get him out of here. So there goes Grand Inquisitor. And then we're just going to ignore Reva. The reason I want to ignore Reva is I want to show you guys without the Datacron that I have where enemies defeated by a scoundrel can't be revived here. So I want to ignore Reva because I don't think it's a fair to show, oh yeah, you can just annihilate Reva and she won't come back. Because in GAC, she will come back. So we're just going to go back to 8th Brother here. And I still have my initial Force Leap from Commander Tano, right? That my Force Leap will kill Reva when I would use it against her. So again, we'll give this to General Kenobi. Okay, there goes 8th Brother. He's dead. So now what we're going to do is just go all in on Reva. And she died there. Commander Tano did get that kill. Reva would come back. But by the time that she would come back, I still hadn't used my Force Leap ability, so I could annihilate her that way. We still had our full team. So that's the way that I've been picking apart this team. Now, the reason I wanted to show you guys that, yes, you're like, oh, well, she's on defense, like we use her on offense. And I think that's the whole point of this team. I think it's going to be an offensive powerhouse. I think that they will, I don't know that they will nerf this team. I want to give a shout out to Molgugek for climbing up early. I do really appreciate that. That was, that footage is almost invaluable. But I want to just mention, number one, she doesn't have her Omicrons active right now. So that's something to keep in mind. Without those Omicrons, we don't know if that'll change things. But I think Kenobi, if she's on defense, I think Kenobi could be a much harder counter, which makes me think she's offense. I don't know if they will nerf her, guys. I don't know what their intention is. She's beating all Galactic Legends on offense, which is crazy. I don't think, you look at like the rest of the Galactic Legends, the only one who can beat every single GL in the game right now is Kenobi. And she's destroying Kenobi. I mean, it's like, this is just, it's going to be a really good team for a while. And I think even if they change her, she's still going to be fantastic. So I don't know what's going to happen. Here's what I will say. If you are in a guild that is in Rise of the Empire and you are not farming Inquisitors, I think you are doing your guild a disservice. As long as your guild is reaching Tatooine, you should be trying to farm Inquisitors up. Again, I'm very far behind, as you guys know who've been following the channel for a while. We're going after Jabba. We're closing in on him. We're really just kind of waiting on Skiff-Guard Lando and Signal data at this point. I've got all the gear saved up I need for them, so it's really just Signal data and Skiff-Guard Lando. So we'll get there when we get there, but we're on this Inquisitor track. We're farming the shards for the characters that we can, making some really good progress along the way. Here's what I want to say. Like, they're going to be good regardless. The other thing that I think I really like about this team is as you get Grand Inquisitor, you're going to force out somebody to use with Lord Vader or whoever. But when Reva comes in the game, that bumps Ninth Sister out because you don't want another tank. You just want them to focus on Reva. So you bump Ninth Sister out, and all of a sudden, that gives Lord Vader a secondary tank, and then that moves another character who you can use again. I'd kind of mentioned with like Cal Kestis and his team that it's going to give you another dark side on a line force user that you can kind of use with Cal or anyone else in the game. So again, are they going to nerf Reva? I don't know, right? I'm not the. I could see them, putting the nerf on her. I could see them not, because I could see them saying, you know what? We told you Inquisitors were going to be important. We like that she's disrupting the meta. She's a very end game team. She's something that you had to invest in. And so I think that that's, if they decide to stick with that, fine. That's very reasonable. I don't think that's unheard of for them. So hopefully this video shows you guys, one, how to beat them. They are beatable. I don't want the narrative getting out there that they're impossible to beat. It's going to be a very good team for a very long time. Obviously, some Datacrons at play on both sides of that fight. I would like to do it one more time. If you guys want to stick around, I'll do that fight one more time for you. Yeah, we'll do that fight one more time. So while I'm here, I'd like to kind of talk a little bit about the good nodes in the game. So a good node doesn't just mean that there's like two characters on it, especially like these two characters who are used for the same farm. Or this one here where it's got Django and the Houndstooth. It's also good because it's got stun cuffs. And another one that I want to point out like this is Lightside 9F, where you have these bayonets which you can use for impulse detectors. Because I had somebody ask me, Phil, what do you mean by good nodes? So this is used for impulse detectors. You can use these. One, every character in the game needs these at some point, and you can scrap a fully crafted Mark III holo projector for impulse detector or for rhodium heat sinks. You can use this piece for carbonite circuit boards, and it's one that a lot of characters need early, like throughout the game, so it's super important you have a lot of those. And then even this piece is a core gear piece for the Mark 8 like eyeballs. The other thing with this, I run out of a lot of these. I've had to buy these via the guild store. I started noticing I was running out. So if you were farmed this node, again, it's not the greatest scrap rate for impulse detectors, but it's still better than nothing, right? I think it's like a 10-to-1 ratio. Yeah, you need like 10 of these to get a single impulse detector. So it's rough, but it's going to at least alleviate a lot of the pain that you would experience through that. Other good nodes, guys, are ones that just kind of follow that same path where they're going to give you multiple things at that same time, right? Like your Chirotechs here are also going to give you these pieces, which you can use for bronzium wiring. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat just going to town at his litter pan right now. Dobby, can you stop? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. But the other thing I want to show you guys too, I guess while we're still here, is that some of those other nodes, like even the Dark Side Chirotech node, where is it at? Is another good one to farm because it's got, I never remember where it is. Is it in 8? Let's see here, where's it at? It's got some other good gear on there as well. There. So these pieces here are used for carbonite circuit boards. So again, you're getting Chirotechs, you're getting stuff for carbonite circuit boards. That's the whole purpose of when I say it's a good node, is that it's not just giving you one thing. Like even Wicket, if I go to Wicket, his node has stun guns on it. So again, you're getting Wicket, plus you're getting some stun guns. So those nodes are good where there's more than just a character on it, right? Like farming a node where there's not good gear isn't always the best thing because you're not going to get there in the end. So we'll do this battle one more time and I'll show you guys kind of that opening play here. Again, we're going to keep the Datacrons on. Without the Datacron, I still think this fight would hold up because we're getting equal amount of stats here. So Grand Inquisitor goes first. He gets that bonus turn for 6 stacks of Purge. And then you're just going to put that damage immunity on again. And then you just let them take turns, right? They're just going to take their turns. And again, you want that damage immunity over there because, look, ability blocks all around. So you can't even get your Force Leap off even if you wanted to. And I think that's a really important thing to keep in mind with this, is that ability block is really going to damage the way that you can play this game. Or play this like fight, I should say. Like, look, you know, you're getting all these things, stuns. Look, she missed. I mean, this is just, you know, it's brutal, but it's the truth of the way that this. Look at that. We got to dodge that time. I mean, this fight might actually go south. I don't know. I think General Skywalker's still going to take a turn here. Yeah, there we go. Oh my goodness, dodges galore from Eighth Brother, giving us blind. So now we're going to go into high ground, cleanse all this stuff. So even a little bit different fight here the second time. Going to pass the turn. Call Commander Tano to assist, just kind of ramp up her damage. There we go, we got her out. Let's actually go for Eighth Brother. Those blinds are annoying as all get out. Cool, he's dead. We're going to not use Force Leap. I want to show you guys the fight without Force Leap. Again, I could use it on someone else, but I want to show you that it's possible to do this. You know, that the Force Leap, Commander Tano I still think is necessary for this fight, but you do not need Force Leap to beat Reva. So we'll give this over to General Kenobi. We'll just keep him alive. And we're just going to go around. Keep going here. So look, she came back, right? And look, the reason, you know, she came back here again, so we're going to... Now she's not going to, because she would have come back one more time because Commander Tano would not have been able to kill her with that, without that Datacron. So she would have come back another time there. Again, this team is going to be really good, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helps you understand why Inquisitors are going to be so important, is that even if they nerf this team, they're still going to be a top tier team in this game, probably the best non-galactic legend team in the game. Again, huge shout out to Mogulgek for letting me practice on this team, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment down below. And guys, if you're still watching, you know the drill here. We got to talk about our man. We got to talk about him. He's in here. Our king has been waiting for his time to shine in this video. Wampa wants Relic 8. He needs you guys to hit 5,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit 5,000 subscribers. Hit that like button. Comment down below, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.